Hello everyone, welcome to Poco's May launch event in beautiful Dubai. Entering our 6th year as a young brand, we've excited and continue to push our limits of what technology has to offer. We've actually achieved 60 million devices shipment around the world. We've been always strictly following this mission. Everything you need, nothing you don't. In the last few years, we've been categorizing as budget, entry, mid-range, flagships, and quasi-flagships actually. Our F-series has been doing it for years, ever since the Poco F1 all the way to last year's Poco F5 series. Today, we'll be talking about our latest F6 series, a beginning of a new era of 2024 flagship. And I want to start by introducing our Poco F6. And it's an amazing performance flagship shaped by speed in every way. This year, on our Poco F6, we're happy to announce we'll be featuring the 8S Gen 3 being one of the first smartphones in the market. And one of the key reasons why we decided to put the 8S Gen 3 in our Poco F6 is because of how similar it is to the 8 Gen 3. In the CPU department, it shares the same generation CPU structure as its big brother, both featuring the X4 Prime core and the 87020 Cortex and the 520 Cortex as well. And lastly, with AI performance, the Poco F6 comes with a brand new AI engine and supports large model processing as well. To match speed, with such a great chipset, we also featured the LPDDR5X and UFS 4.0, which is top-tier RAM and ROM technology in any segment. We've also upgraded to 12 plus 512 gigabytes, giving our users more storage freedom. So the Antutu benchmark for the F6 comes in at 1,530,000. With the help of the 8S Gen 3 and Xiaomi HyperOS, the Wild Boost Optimization 3.0 was made possible. As a gamer myself and multiple members from the team, we had a lot of discussion. We believe there's 3 key areas to achieve great gaming experience: to have a fast and stable gameplay, to have high-quality gameplay, and also an accurate gameplay, an end-to-end gaming experience. We want to be more detailed to better harness the hardware power and let it perform when it only needs to. To give you guys an example, we played a really popular game for 60 minutes, and this game was quite demanding. We were able to get a much more stable frame rate, but uses less power. Under 1.5K super resolution, we were able to get an average FPS of roughly around 59, while maintaining full brightness at 360 nits throughout a 30-minute gameplay. With such great speeds we just talked about, we believe it must come with great cooling. The all-new Liquid Cool Technology 4.0. In our Liquid Cool Technology 4.0, we feature an all-new ice loop system. This is the biggest change we've made compared to traditional vapor chamber to an all-new design. With our all-new ice loop system, the temperature difference is improved by a lot. And lastly, we have a planned heat path to assist efficient cooling, and all to improve our users' gaming holding comfort. So this is our F6 performance revolution. With Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, Wild Boost Optimization 3.0, and Liquid Cool Technology 4.0, our users can experience a complete new speed. The Poco F6 will be one of the first devices to support the newly launched 120 FPS mode for PUBG. So when it comes to design, display, camera, and battery, we made sure our design is simple and clean, our display to be immersive, our camera to have high quality, and our battery to be durable. First off, we have F6 in black. Then we have F6 in titanium color, a very popular color choice in the last year. And it looks absolutely stunning here as well. And lastly, we want to bring a green variant to our F-series. The F6 designed with comfort in mind, under 8mm thin and 200 grams, because the F6 display is flagship level in every way. I did mention earlier, I want to introduce the one more thing we talked about. AON, also known as Always On. Now, this is a tech made possible by our Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. So our latest AON has 4 cool new features. We have smart lock detection, smart AOD, and also a smart rotational screen. Is the Poco AI Air Gestures, where you can use different gestures without actually touching your screen to control the actions of your devices. This is handy. If you're in the gym and you're on the treadmill, you're running above 6 kilometers, it's not very convenient for you to touch your phone. You can simply do these gestures to control it. Or you're just gaming with your boys at night, and then your girlfriend calls, you can draw a circle to answer the call, and then draw another circle to end the call. And to summarize, our amazing Poco F6 with a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, Wild Boost Optimization 3.0, Liquid Cool Technology 4.0, Crystal Rest Flow AMOLED, 50-megapixel Sony cameras, and lastly, the 90-watt turbocharging. This is our performance flagship blueprint after exploring for 6 years. Price: Poco F6 will be starting at $379. I was just going to say, our sales team back there knows we can do better. $50 off all of them. We'll be starting at $339. And when we do find a competitor in the spec range and the price range, sort of, it was hard because we're so unique, right? Our pricing is still much more aggressive, and we outshine them in many areas. And I'm happy to say our Poco F6 will be going on sale today on these channels. Now, I do know our fans over there aren't easily pleased. Our fan base always wants more, and so do we. Introducing our latest Poco F6 Pro. This is our best smartphone yet. This year, we take it up to a whole new level, hyperpower evolved. And the first part I want to introduce is hyperpower design. So the F6 Pro will be available in white, and the overall look is actually inspired by the surface of the moon. And the black variant, being the dark side of the moon, looks so subtle, but yet powerful. And just like earlier, let's move to the front and take a look at a hyperpower display. Today, in our F6 Pro, we certainly did. In terms of a good display, it wasn't always about resolution. That's a big part of it. But in order to make it even better in terms of touch, color, eye care, and brightness, the F6 Pro will be featuring the highest peak brightness available within the Poco brand at 4,000 nits. And when it comes to the accuracy of colors, we're featuring an all-new coloring tuning, Original Color Pro. But with a colorful and a bright display, we are supporting 3,840 Hz PWM dimming for the very first time as well. If you put this display against any flagships on the market, I believe we'll put up a really good fight. If not, we'll beat them as well. We'll be featuring the beloved chipset of Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And GPU, even a bigger improvement, above 30% in both efficiency and power. And lastly, AI, a mind-blowing 60%. For the very first time in Poco lineups, we'll be bringing 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. We actually achieved an Antutu score over 1.6 million. But we're not done with Pro performance just yet. Today, the F6 Pro will be one of the first devices to enter the AI era. AI portraits. This is to help you generate really fun images that could be used for social media or work images that's used for work. And we also have AI Magic Erase Pro, a really handy tool to create cool photos like this, but mainly to remove photo bombers. And the F6 Pro will also support searching photos in the gallery with AI album search. And the F6 Pro will also feature a very handy tool for your work life. This will give your videos live translated subtitles with AI subtitles functionality. So we're really happy to introduce all of these AI functions. This is our hyperpower performance from our F6 Pro. And this time around, for the F6 Pro, we put even more effort, making camera one of our strongest features. We're so excited to bring one of the best sensors in the market, Live Fusion 800. One of the biggest features it brings is dual native ISO Fusion Max. From afar, you can tell the colors on the F6 Pros is much better. We improved even further. We'll be introducing Ultra Night algorithm on our F6 Pro. During a Poco Lab YouTube recording, I randomly took these photos with our previous generation and our F6 Pro, under the same conditions, same lighting. I was shocked by the results. It's almost insane how Ultra Night algorithm can reconstruct an image to this level. Today, we'll be introducing Birdshot Mode 2.0. With Birdshot 2.0, you can capture up to 50 photos in just one shot. And in 1 second, you can capture up to 30. So this is our F6 Pro's camera, Hyper Camera Evolved. Lastly, battery, Hyper Power Battery Evolved. We'll be bringing back the 120-watt hypercharge into our F6 Pro. So 100% in just under 20 minutes. But we also have an all-day battery of 5,000 milliamp. So 5,000 and 120 watt works really well. We didn't sacrifice the battery size when we upped the charging speeds. We believe this year our Pro model has made great strides and has found its place in its flagship segment. The F6 Pro will be starting at $499. And as always, $50 off, $449. Our F6 Pro will also be starting today on these channels, so make sure our friends online to check out local regional official Poco accounts to see which channels is available for these amazing deals. Before we end today's launch, I've got one more new product to showcase, one many have been waiting for. Today, we'll be happy to bring our very first tablet, Poco Pad. Poco Pad is simple. It's all about bringing the big display for bigger plays. The Poco Pad will come in at 12.1 inch, so you can see more and be immersed. And 12.1 inch is just diffy. We're getting so spoiled here, but watching shows on a big tablet is so enjoyable, especially on the long flights. Now, this display is elite in every way. A superb 2.5K resolution, 600 nits brightness, and up to 120 Hz dynamic refresh rate. And to make sure we have enough storage space, the Poco Pad will be able to support up to 1.5 terabyte on expandable storage, and the default option will be 8 plus 256, which usually is enough for everyone. The Poco Pad will come in with a 10,000 milliamp battery, which delivers fantastic battery life. But we can't only talk about play. Let's listen to our rational side for a second. We still want a tablet that is fitting for work. The Poco Pad's interconnectivity features powered by Xiaomi HyperOS. First, we have Home Screen Plus, which allows you to seamlessly cast your smartphone screen directly into your tablet, even drag and drop text, images, and files between them. We also have Shared Clipboard, which supports tap to share, allowing you to transfer files faster than ever. So you don't have to use a USB anymore between these two devices. And a really handy feature during meetings, you can almost use your smartphone camera to directly take a photo to a note you're working on Poco Pad. But lastly, we also have network syncing. Just one tap, and you can connect your smartphone hotspots with just one click away. So it's super easy, super smooth, and super seamless. But along Poco Pad, we're also introducing a few accessories: a keyboard, a smart pen, and lastly, a cover just to protect it when you bring it outdoors. So our first ever tablet built for entertainment. This is our very first step into the tablet world. We're excited to learn from others, but we are also aiming to make a name for ourselves in this category. And how much does it cost? The Poco Pad will start at $329. We'll be bringing the early bird, $299. Of course, Poco Pad will be available starting today on these channels. Make sure to check it out. Don't miss out on this great deal. It's a great experience, especially with our smartphones. So we're coming to an end. We bought 3 amazing devices today in our launch event here in Dubai: the Poco F6, the F6 Pro, and the Poco Pad. We really hope you've all enjoyed what we brought today. I certainly had a lot of fun being up here and seeing you guys in person. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.